Hello makers, and welcome to Share Stitchery. I'm Catherine Harris, and if you're new here, I do sewing and DIY tutorials each week, so hit that subscribe button down below so you can watch more videos when they come out. Today I wanted to talk to you about sewing leggings. So if you are new to sewing with knit and stretch performance fabrics, I've got a video I will link in the description down below and a card up here for you to check out before you start sewing with some leggings. Now, when I look for a leggings pattern, and I've tried quite a few in my day, I have a couple of criteria that I need to have in my leggings. Number one is a crotch gusset. So what that is a little triangle piece of fabric in your crotch seam, and what it does is it prevents having all four of those seams coming in from the front and the back, joining in one spot at the center of the crotch, and it disperses that seam allowance as well as giving a greater ease of movement, so it is so much more comfortable to wear. So that's number one. Number two is having a waist that stays up. So when you're doing squats, you're jogging, you're moving about, doing some yoga, you do not want to have your fabric sag or slide down. And so I found a great pattern by Helen's Closet called the Avery Leggings, and it actually has an elastic in the waistband to help keep that in place. This is a great pattern, and I've got a sew along, so why don't we get to it? So setting up. First, we're going to switch to a jersey ballpoint needle because we're working with performance fabrics and we want to make sure that the needle goes through the fibers and not piercing them. So no sharp needles, guys. Next, we are going to switch to a lightning stitch on your sewing machine and onto the crotch gusset. So for this, you're going to get your front panel here and you're going to attach the crotch gusset matching up the notches here. And then you're going to stitch and you're going to start or stop at that marking. So you're going to have a little extra at the top, so don't go straight to the top. Next, you're going to take the other panel and you're going to match it up as well. And just as you did before, you are going to also start at that marking. So this is what your gusset will look like, a nice little triangle here between the two panels of your pants for the front and the back. And next, we are going to do the center, front, and center back seams. So on this, we are just going to match up the front and back seams just along here. I'm using Wonder Clips because they work a little bit better than pins. If you do have ballpoint pins, those will work, but using your regular pins is not advisable. So we're just going to stitch here, and then you're going to stitch here and stopping at that mark. And so I'm just showing you on my sewing machine what that looks like here. Don't forget to keep it on that stretch stitch. There we are. And I also finished the edges after that by serging it. So first I started by serging the short edge here, and then I serged all along, straight along that long center front seam. And that helps to reduce some of the bulk here. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to top stitch on the edges so that everything lies nice and flat. And I'm just going to show a close-up version of that. And so we're just tacking it down so that everything is pointed to one side, and make sure it's alternating, one on one side, one on the other side. So when we match up the seams, they kind of kiss each other and there's not four levels of seams in one area. Next is the inseam. So we are just going to flip that right sides together. I like to match up the notches first along the legs, and so I'm just putting in my Wonder Clips here along the notches going all down the legs here, and then I like to match up the center back and the center of the gusset here, and then we're just going to stitch all the way across. And so that's what this looks like. And then I'm going to take it over to the serger and we're going to serge down here so that it's nice and clean. Next is the waistband. So we are going to take the waistband front and the waistband backs. So we'll have 2 of each, one for the lining and one for the front. Mark your fronts with giant Fs so you can tell the difference between them, because when you put them together, it can be a little difficult. So I'm just going to be pinning the side seams, and on both of them, we are going to stitch the side seams. So once that is done, I marked an X on which one I'm going to use as my lining, and then we are going to pin those in place with our wonder clips, but being certain to offset that by 1/8 of an inch down from the top of the waistband. The reason for this is when we flip it right side out after we've added the elastic, things are going to lie flat and you're not going to see the waistband facing when you flip it out. Switch to a wide stitch zigzag stitch. And then what you're going to do is we're going to install the elastic with that wide stitch zigzag or even a triple zigzag on there. Now, I forgot to include the footage, so we want to measure the elastic around your waist, and then you're just going to pin the elastic in 4 spots, and then you're going to stitch and you're going to pull the elastic as you're stitching. You turn the waistband out right side and stitch the top to the top of the legs of your pants. Now on to hemming the legs. So we're going to turn this over about 1/2 an inch. And so just make sure you get your measuring stick out and pin that in place for our top stitching. And I've decided to use a twin needle when I do my top stitching around. It gives a nice finish along the edge as well as being rather elastic. If you have a cover stitch, you can use that one too. Well, there you have it. The Avery Leggings by Helen's Closet. I absolutely love these, and the fabric, which I got from Minerva, is so buttery soft. There are a couple of things I wanted to mention about that though. So I did a squat test and it does not pass the squat test. So I do have a couple of, more expensive brands of leggings like Lulu's that don't pass the squat test. But you need to make sure that when you're looking at that fabric that you stretch it out and really see how sheer it is when things get stretched out, because when you're doing a squat, it stretches the fibers of the fabric and, well, no one wants to see your panties when you're doing downward dog, now do they? I will be wearing these out. I just probably won't wear them to my yoga classes, but under my gi for jiu-jitsu or anything like that, they are absolutely fantastic. So if you like this video, please don't forget to hit a big thumbs up for that. And I'd love to hear your comments and thoughts in the comments down below. Until next time, makers, let's get our Sew-Spiration on.